introduction of milk formula. Let's talk about our proprietary milk formula. You don't want to talk in the DMs like that. You don't want to stutter. You want to make sure that you speak very clearly to your audience. And we're going to teach you how to do that with our proprietary milk formula. Now, this formula took some time to come up with. A lot of times, especially with organic, people send out messages and it is an absolute nightmare. Have you ever gotten or sent, if you have sent it, just put your head down, you don't have to raise your hand, but have you ever received the super long paragraph just flooding you with all the information about their business, and you need to follow so-and-so and how they're selling this and selling that, and it's a humongous paragraph from someone you've never heard before? That is not the way to sell in the DMs. We want to completely stay away from that. That's the scamming method of reaching out to people. And it's a great way to get blocked, but it's not a great way to convert sales. So we want to focus on a formula that works. And that's how we came up with the milk formula, because we want to help you to milk as many leads as possible out of the DMs and hopefully eventually into your bank account. And the M stands for making a list. That's step number one with anything. We want to make a list of qualified prospects. You can't tell the right thing to the wrong person. So we want to make sure we're making a list full of people that actually fit your target audience, fit your criteria for what you're looking for, and are most likely to move forward with you. And we want to focus on those people. The I stands for invitation. This is the very first message that we're going to be sending out. The purpose of the invitation message is literally just to start an interaction. I'm not trying to sell them on the invitation. I'm not trying to close a deal or close an appointment or get someone to follow me. The only purpose of that invitation is just to start a conversation. That's a win. That's a check mark. The L stands for learn more. You want to learn more about them and you want them to learn more about you. And we're going to teach you what our proprietary method is for this, because we have a very special message that we sent out. It's structured in a very unique way that gets them to, number one, feel amazing about you reaching out. Number two, learn more about you. And number three, be open and willing to sharing more about themselves. So we'll talk about that in the L portion. And then lastly is the K. And we don't want to knock them out completely, but we want to knock them out of the messaging sequence. So the K stands for knockout, and we just want to transition them from the DM and knock them onto a phone call, because that's where all the magic happens, is getting them to a phone call, because then we can really learn about them. We can really express how we can cater to their needs and really work them through the sales process. So that's the milk formula. We start with making a list. The I stands for invitation. The L stands for learning more. The K stands for knockout. And when you take people through this process consistently, then you have qualified leads that you're generating on a consistent basis. And that's our goal. We want to get you to the point where you're doing at least 5 new appointments per week with this formula. That's on the low end. If you really master this formula, you can crush it. You can knock it out. There's nobody that shouldn't do 5 per week. The average is about 10 to 15. And if you're really crushing it, you can do even more than 15. So we're going to teach you this formula. Either way, you're going to have consistent leads coming in for your business if you can master this formula. So let's dive into it.